Well, hello there, and welcome back to Good in the Middle Way. I'm your host, Rob, and I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of generating a positive mind, as well as recalling positive experiences to help us sustain that mind. Now, you might be wondering, why is this so important? Or, my mind is just fine. Or maybe you were like me and really aspired for that positive mindset, but you're stuck in some deep depression and would really like that change, but don't know how to do it and get there. I'd like to offer some advice and tips to examine this and how we get there. So recently we've been examining our sense of self, this impermanent I, this conventional self, and how this I is really just a bunch of, consecutive moments, and this process is just moment on moment on moment that is creating what is this I in front of oneself. And because we can notice that and that ever-changing I, we then see that, maybe I can change trajectory. You see, it's what we continue to think about and the thoughts that we recycle that become us. Now, we're all somewhat being driven by habitual natures, from upbringing, belief systems, frameworks that we're working out of, and all together this makes this sense of us. But if we're not happy with that, or we are aspiring to change in some way, it's really important then that we start to input positive thoughts, or at least the thoughts that will get us to that goal that we're aiming for. And in this case, it's positivity, peace, harmony, and maintaining that mindfulness. So it's really about what we consume, and I think you might have heard some of these things recently, as I have, at least in my algorithms and stuff, where people are talking about the media or the books that you consume, not just, the news media, but any form of media. And it's really important, and it's so easy to brush this off and take it very lightly and, that thing's not really impacting me, but it actually is. And then your mind recycles it, and that thought comes back up, or that thing that's undone. As many of us, if we've ever had anxiety, know these things circle back around and they come. And so here I have a quote as well from class at the Tibet Center. And Tony had said, quoting a very famous monk, but in his own words, the more you think of something, the more it refreshes and comes back. So focus on thinking on compassion. It's very sound advice, especially for our aims on the middle way, or at least the Mahayana path on the middle way. So, wow, profound. If I keep thinking about good, wholesome, positive things, I'll begin to have a more positive experience. Now, don't just take my word for it. I actually challenge you to take 5 minutes, even one thought. One thought is very doable. 5 minutes you can make. 15, I'll really give it to you, daily. And I think you'll see slowly. Now, this process doesn't happen overnight. You can't just think about it this hour and expect to feel all these blissful, positive feelings and locked in for the rest of your life. In fact, please do not set the goal of, I will never be angry again, I will never feel sadness again, I will only experience positive emotions, because you will fail. And I can guarantee that, unless you are a Tulku and a Buddha maybe, maybe then. But otherwise, if you're a lay person and a human like me, that aspiration is just not realistic. So we could start with that. But coming back to this positivity and this challenge that I want you to do is really set out with a good intention to just focus on, I'm going to consume some positivity today. And I'm not going to expect this rapid change, but I'm going to make a diligent effort to think about something positive today, to find some good news, to do something I enjoy, to help my neighbor, help my parents, enjoy my children maybe, all these positive, wholesome thoughts and actions, Really contemplate those for however long that you can. And I guarantee you, within 30 days, if you maintain this every day, even at just one thought, one mindful thought of it, you'll slowly start to see your mind change as your mind keeps refreshing on the positive thoughts and these positive things. And then you'll start to grow a distaste for this negative thoughts and negative things. And oh, please don't disturb my peace with this negativity. My mind has been thinking about the beautiful picnic I might have this spring with the wildflowers coming and the birds chirping and with my dear and near loved ones. And so I can guarantee you that if you take up this challenge and you hit the 30 days, you hit the 60 days, you hit the 90 days and more, you will start to feel better. And so how are we going to sustain some of this though? Because it's very easy to get discouraged as we go through life stresses, the daily triggers, so many things. And I want you to remember positive experiences in your life. I know for some of us, this might be very difficult. And I truly empathize and wish you more positive experiences that are more easy to recall. But if you don't have it, make it. What would your dream day look like? What would your safe space look like? If you've practiced Western therapy, you might have done these kind of exercises or heard of them at least. And that as well can really help here. But if you have these positive moments, as I recently have, in a meditation, I felt this profound sense of peace and this vastness in my mind that could hold everyone and everything and all the ideas, and I was greeting, it was welcomed with love. It's not being valued, these harmful things that I may have remembered or thought of going on in the world as, good, but there was space for it. And there was space then also for me to accept those things. And if those things had come to me as a being and had asked if they could be there, I had space and love for them. And it was so beautiful, this experience I had in my mind. And I believe that's attainable for you too, in your own ways, in your own experiences. You might recall being a child and having soup from grandma when you felt sick, and that warm comfort that you felt, and this was peace. This was a place you wanted to rest in and stay in. And maybe there's another moment where you got that thing you really wished for, whether it was a romance or a material item, and you just were overjoyed and you were like, this is one of the best days of my life. Wow. Recall those moments and actually really sit with those moments longer, kind of have tea with it in your mind, and really just like, wow, what a good experience I had, what a good time I had. I was so fortunate to have that, this conventional self having that. But you see then, by refreshing these positive memories and refreshing these positive experiences, and most importantly, remembering how they made you feel, will inspire you to stay in those feelings. And if you can, generate and share those feelings with others. So I challenge that. And I really hope that this benefits and helps you. There's other practices of meditation. There's so much material you could read, and it's so beautiful and wonderful that we live in an age where these things are accessible to most of humanity. And the literacy rate is up, so though it could be better. And I acknowledge that as well. But I feel like you follow my drift here. Engage your mind in positive things, in wholesome things, in wholesome memories. And little by little, like I said, it won't be overnight, it won't just be this whole week, but if you really just start doing this every day, I'm going to think about this peaceful thing, I'm going to think about this positive thing, I'm going to intend to do some small positive acts in the ways that I can, and make sure I smile at my barista or the cashier at the grocery store and say, how is your day going, These small things too. And keep generating it. After some time, it's going to become like second nature. And like I said, unpositive things or unwholesome things will become so distasteful that one day you just realize, oh wow, I've gotten so far from this negativity that I don't actually think I want to go back there. I kind of like it better on this side, you know. And so with that, I thank you so much for being here. If you liked today's episode, please drop a like or subscribe if you feel inclined. There's no real pressure. It just helps other people find us and join us on the journey, as this is how YouTube works. So I thank you for being here. I wish you a very pleasant week. May you be well, may you be happy, and may you have the conditions to be free from suffering. And with that, we will do our outro. Peace in and peace out. Thank you so much.